Pursuit engaged.
Welcome to my hood, where most don't know where they're going or coming. Most don't want to know where they're going because they have no intentions of going nowhere. The furthest they've been known to go, to the mall. Quick to grab their look goods and quicker to avoid the drop-off window to pay one bill. In my hood, look good is a first. Paying a bill is if ever. In my hood, women aren't what they seem. Males are falsely accused of being men. In my hood, they are endangered species by choice. The corners are gobbling them up like Pac-Man did the ghosts after chomping on that big white pill. It don't matter, cause in my hood, there's always some girl who been cocked her legs open and will add to the non-stop supply of offsprings. It is always a process of raising. Well, that's what they consider it. But to me, it is nothing more than replacing the gone. And through this child, they will never be forgotten. They will be just like them fathers, God forbid. The cycle will always or definitely continue. Instead of the ABCs being the fundamentals to raise a child, Smith & Wesson or 357 will be the guide to cancel someone's Christmas and steal a family's joy. A gun will easily write his sentence to get him straight out the hood. In my hood, the joke is on you if you think we have neighbors anymore. They had sense. When they recognized the battle wouldn't ever be won, they quickly retreated. Some people took their fear as a surrender. Now that I look at it, it wasn't fear in the picture. It was a clear manifestation of where there is no peace, there will be no justice. In my hood, it's a job getting a job. But first thing is first, it's a job that's returning home to mention you didn't get the job. Most in my hood have a job. If it ain't sitting on their ass gossiping, then it's laying on their back being gossiped about. We don't open up businesses no more. We report people's business to one another. Amazingly, it is a church or a liquor store on every corner, or within inches of one another. It is either a soul or is being sold. Either you want what is on the bottom or the top shelf, or you're sitting in the first or the last pew. Nothing is free in this hood. Either the Chinaman is charging you for a drop of liquor, or the ushers are waiting at the end of the pews to see if you're willing to pay for the service they call an offering. What happened to the land of the free and in God we trust? I'm trusting I'm not paying the Reverend's mortgage or helping to support his mistress. Sorry, my bad. But things go on in my hood. In my hood, leeches exist. They refuse to be missed. You're definitely not going to miss them. They the ones that's on the corners, paying sagging, and they bagging a couple of dollars. They the hood rich, let them tell it. It is easy to grab a defenseless corner and hold it hostage. Ain't no one snitching on your posse, boy. Remember, your crew out there yelling what's for sale. And in the hood, the alphabet boys are just listening, waiting for you to slip up. Which is always. Y'all watch yourself if you ever get lost and find yourself in your own hood. Don't act like you don't know, because you might have been just like me, a menace to your own society. Let the boys in the hood tell it. The only difference today, if you like me, you can walk past them hoods instead of stopping to cop and bop from them hoods. Personally, I want to be called brother. Don't call me a nigga. Who said anything about myself never is getting goals accomplished? I'm not afraid of being from the hood. Hell, I still live in the hood. Just don't be no crab and let one of them or be one of them who will drag you back down to the bottom.
They're trying to push the crowd back into the side streets, like more than dying down.
Erica, hold on one second.
Yeah.
Erica, hold on one.
Okay.
Erica, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
We're watching from WJZ in Baltimore. We are watching
Two police got him
taking down some demonstrators, some protesters, people who were attacking the police car.
We have officers deployed throughout the city to make sure that we can continue to deliver police services to the citizens of Baltimore, and we will continue to keep the city safe.
Welcome to my hood. There's no rules to play by, so don't worry about ignoring the instructions. There was never a reset button, so make sure to watch your step so you don't become a reduction. I remember when I heard this was the city of charm, I started wondering, am I there yet? Because all I see is nothing but harm. And you want me to pay some rent. This is what I get? I should have listened and drove around it or flew over it. But be more careful if you have to stop and deal with shit. I can't believe people are so ignorant and think rioting is protesting, like tearing down your community is going to teach a lesson. I remember they said this was the city that reads. Are you sure about that? All I see is the city that bleeds and breeds. The youngins are growing up and showing out, thinking they're taking their moms and their pop place. Not a pinch of respect, willing to jump up in the elderly face. If you cross them, stick a fork in your own. They're going to make sure you're done, and they will consider it fun. I see the love has been excluded out the streets, the hate has been replaced, and the harmony on the corners is gone. Someone says, what's up? Is to see if you're ready or not. Are you ready for the hospital bed or a funeral plot?
Man, this area is slowly, the cap is starting to go down the hill real fast. I say, now our mayor probably doing her job, but the people who she put in charge of certain things to do in this city, they're not doing nothing but sitting on their ass and taking our money.
It used to be where it was more murders in a Jason and Freddy flick. You got them scared to come to murder land because they're not trying to deal with the Bloods, BGFs, or even the Crips. The neighborhood don't exist no more because the neighbors broke out and left those who wanted to be hood. They didn't have time to be ducking and dodging bullets, which they know don't feel good. They are literally willing to take care of you. Your choice is a hospice or a hospital. You're definitely going to need one of the two. The system never been on our side. It seems like society turned a blind eye just to deal with homicide, and these fools want to go out in a blaze of glory. I call that a stupid suicide. I think the video games tell lies to your vision. Then when the media reports the Vice City and San Andreas and Liberty City is true, then here come the copycats looking for someone like me or you. Welcome to my hood, where the cops use a jail cell as a daycare. The parents of the unruly said the bail was unfair. So was destroying and burning down city property like you don't care. Each and every day, my hood resembles a nightmare. You talk about a reality scare.
They are over at Central Booking, and they're being held in cells. Some of them are being held in cells with 8 individuals together. Other folks we have heard have been denied food for up to 18 hours.
I don't fear the streets. I fear what I will do to someone. Because between me and you, I love me more than I know you. So guess what? If they said I did it, you don't have to wonder who. You know when you are in my hood because only some of the girls look good. Sometimes it's better to be seen and not touched because heading to 1515 clinic for shots is a little too much. Kids out here living that Grand Theft Auto life. Their parents screaming they're not that type. When every conversation, their names is the ones that's hype. But if they get carried by 6 or judged by 12, you really don't know what your child is like. Welcome to my hood, where drugs, whether selling or taking, is the #1 addiction. Cops prey on you, and prosecutors use you some type of easy conviction. It is either jail or rehab they call a jail. And then we talk about the system is fucked up because we the ones who fail. Just say no. You don't have to say yes to the drugs or the murder just to get that dough. That is putting your life at risk. Don't think no one care if something happens to you, you will be missed. Welcome to my hood. Stay at your own risk. If you get caught,
This is one of our
stuck
darkest
up,
days
almost killed,
as a
burnt,
city.
played on,
And I know
and
that
still
we're much
stay,
better
and
than
it
this.
happened again, Don't whine about being pissed. You're just another name added to the list.
Baltimore City Police brass are moving almost 50 officers back to patrol after demoting a top commander. The latest fallout from a federal investigation revealing widespread abuses in a specialized gun unit. Tonight, WJZ investigator Mike Helgren is uncovering new information.
10 supervisors are among the 46 officers being placed back in uniform and back on regular patrol. Less than a week after federal authorities charged 7 officers in an elite gun squad with felonies, Police Commissioner Kevin Davis is making more changes, telling WJZ Post indictment that he's committed to cleaning up the department.
Our rank and file is happy to have these folks removed from our ranks. And should they be detained? Absolutely.
Mama screamed, "Not my child." The shock of hearing he was found dead in the trash, really on top of the pile. 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, hell, it was holes everywhere. It was even one replacing some of his hair. Cops came, yellow tape surrounded the drama. Cops bypassed the medics, no need for shock trauma. Well-dressed detectives counted the shells, officers canvassed the crowd. No snitching was enforced, meaning no one was going to tell. Later that morning, Grandma and Mama got that news. No father was around, so no sleep he was guaranteed to lose. What a sad affair. No graduation, no prom, unfortunately no little ones behind the cries to hear. Damn, he had to go so young, he didn't even have time to experience nothing. His life had just begun. People dying faster than bills going through a money machine. That late night, early morning call ended with a loud scream. Automatically my heart dropped because I know what that means. Christmas and New Year's without her son, your man. Both of y'all wondering, this was not a part of my plan. This is a major without. And then to think about it, a suspect they're not even trying to find out. They said things must hurt before they get better. The look on our face obviously explains never. They obviously don't know the feelings. There is no band-aid, stitches, or quick process for this healing. If you never had it done to you, you will never understand the deal. Stop saying you understand how I feel.
All you had to do, brother, don't touch me. You know. Hey, yo, right here. Stand by.
Oh, if y'all want to shut him down, we can shut him down. If you don't want him up here, shut him down. Y'all don't want him up here, make him leave. Goodbye. Shut your camera down and leave. You can roll out. Shut your camera and leave. You can roll out. You can roll out. Roll out. We ain't touching you. We ain't doing nothing. You ain't got to be up here. Bye.
Hey, you guys, can you guys hear me okay?
Can you hear him? You need to leave. You're not wanted up here. You're not welcome here. Don't touch me. Don't
get out of here.
Don't get out of what? You don't belong up here. This ain't your TV station. Put your hand on him again. Right.
Hey, Kai, can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me? Hey, Kai, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, you are disturbing. You are disturbing the situation here.
Get off, man.
You are disturbing the situation.
We got this.
Well, get him away then.
What you trying to do right now?
We're live right now. Can't even do my job for this idiot.
You who an idiot?
You are an idiot.
Who an idiot?
Shorty, get out the way, man.
Get out what? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't welcome up here. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
House nigga, you work for the white man, okay?
You don't even know me, man.
You work paycheck to paycheck.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
That did Tawana Jones.
Are we live or what?
Coming to the station. Goodbye.
I can't hear you.
Goodbye. Hey! You be alright. We make you. You be alright. We make you. You got a problem with it? We make you. When we look at Channel 45. Do you know me?
Officer, we're going to go live with you.
That's fine.
Sir, I'm going to be walking with you. Ruth, stand by and go live with me.
Hey, stay on the side. Come on.
No,
in the truck.
Show me, stand by. Okay, Ruth, turn around. This way, turn around the camera. I can hear you, Kai. Boy, this has never happened to me before. You can see where the police have had to pull us. The police have had to put us in one of their vehicles and move us away. You may be able to see the crowd standing around the car. If you look in that direction, you see them standing there around the car. The police officer, a sergeant here, they moved us out of the crowd. For some reason, they targeted the media, as a matter of fact. You can see we're here at the corner of North Avenue and Charles.
News flash. 2 gone. 1 carried by 6. The other judged by 12. I don't want to die. Those words was his last. Another one dead was the news flash. Like ignorant people, some speculated what he had done. No one even bothered to notice that brown skin meant it was another one. He done went from having an ID to being seen on a shirt. And if you want to see him in person, you got to go look for a stone in some dirt. Newsflash, 2 are gone. 1 carried by 6, the other judged by 12. Who, what, where, when, and how? The accused, mother, replaced them words with "not my child." Everybody in the courtroom said it didn't have to be this way, especially when they heard "not guilty" is what the accused say. You can lay back and think the block ain't the same. I guess so, cause the only time you see this boy is on a wall, R.I.P. and his name. Some so scared, talking about they gonna move to the county. The grass not greener on the other side. If it was, you wouldn't hear from the governor when one of them county kids died.
It's 5:04 right now. A talented boxer shot and killed in West Baltimore this morning. City police are looking for the person responsible. This happened early Wednesday on Pennsylvania Avenue in West Baltimore. Police believe Montel Pridgett's death stems from some kind of a fight that he'd been having. He is 24 years old. He was known as Telly, and he planned to turn pro. He had been training at Upton Boxing Center.
Telly don't bother nobody, you know, he mind his business, you know, nobody don't bother him, he don't bother them. But, you know, for that to happen and so many people know him.
Hi everyone, I'm Vanessa Herring outside the Northwest Police District where detectives are investigating Sunday morning's fatal shooting of Victorious Swift. He's the second boxer that the coach at Umar Boxing on North Avenue has lost in 2 weeks. Coming up at 11, you'll hear from the boxing coach and more on the investigation into Swift's murder.
Welcome to my hood, Be More that is, where the violence has no picks, no chill, and takes no breaks. 318 families last year, and another 80 to start off this year can relate. We done went from sticks and stones, breaking our bones, to stealing lead, tucking us in graves as if it was our bed. No more chasing the dollar, whether from the corner or to the 9 to 5. You have folks out here who just don't feel you need to return home alive. People commit murder in a sudden, they act like it's a game. The gun is the joystick, but where the hell is the reset button? You got what I want and I'ma take it. From the money, the car, the clothes, they will leave you out on the corner, baby, you naked. I know people who don't speak about borrowing on land. They just want every penny you spend. It don't matter what or who. If you don't have no money, they will take you screw. Even the bank ain't safe. These folks bold and brazen, robbing it barefaced, yelling out each other's name, then telling them the hostages don't move, this is not a game. Welcome to Be More, that's my hood. People look innocent when they up to no good. They will tell you it's all about South. I know from experience, for a couple of dollars they will put their own people on the shelf. One day, they the suspect on some BS, talking about how they don't get no respect. They not paying attention to what goes around comes around. Now their family's on GoFundMe trying to get some funds to put them in the ground. The victim and the suspect most times share the same name. They definitely share the same skin color. Just pain and despair they willing to dish out to one another. We done went from burglaries to home invasions. From the looks of it, ADT can't protect you from these violations. Welcome to my hood is in Chicago, Detroit, Ohio, Cali, New York, but it don't matter. Unfortunately, we're talking about be more. Need I say more? These folks in Baltimore have no idea who they killing. They done took out two promising boxers who one day might have been top billing. People in Baltimore acting like they the beast. Let our future live. If it's not your all, let it be our lease. We should be seeing these people's names in marquees, not obituaries. These stories was not brought to us by some fairy. Unfortunately, they took them away from us so easily. This is a memory no one should endure. The men were soaring to heights unimaginable. You couldn't ask for no more. You mean this will be the last time they hear a bell ring? Now their families and friends have to hold on to the memories that the murder bring. I want to believe this is a dream, but it's more like a nightmare. So bitter, a loss, and so mean. Her kid on them streets, she know what he doing. She can't claim she don't have no idea. Some would even say, she don't even care. But deep down, her biggest fear is hearing her son will no longer be here. He won't get the chance to see his seeds start or finish his career. No insurance, so GoFundMe will pay for his funeral. R.I.P. gone but not forgotten will be some of the words on his mural. Oh, he was a good boy, didn't bother nobody. Remember the streets talk, and they said his gun had a couple of bodies. For the life of me, I can't figure out why Baltimore's not on the first 48. Out of all them cities, we double and triple their murder rate. Over 300 again, and I can't even begin to lie and say what it would end. Murdering is not a rite of passage. If this relates to you, please don't laugh, because this is a serious message. Murder is not a responsibility. 17, 18, 25, 30 is not.
An afternoon fire in East Baltimore leaves one person dead and police searching for a suspect. They're not wasting any time and have labeled the man they say is responsible public enemy number one. ABC 2 News' Dakari Turner has been following this story for us and is here with more.
Well, Katrina, police are still looking to answer a lot of questions in this case. They haven't determined what led it to happen, but say the end result is murder.
Brutal, ruthless, vicious, merciless, sadistic, and cruel. So pick one.
Baltimore Police Commissioner Kevin Davis minced no words describing the person police are now calling public enemy number one. Alan Lorenzo Floyd, they say, is the person responsible for the city's first murder of 2016 after a 61-year-old woman was killed in a fire inside a row home.
We will make sure everyone knows exactly who you are and exactly what you did, not only to the victim, but to this city.
City firefighters were called here to the 2300 block of East Madison on the east side for a single alarm fire. Witnesses describe hearing a loud noise immediately before seeing the flames, a result, police believe, of an intentionally set fire while Floyd was inside the home.
A man used some sort of accelerant, doused the place with that accelerant, blocked, barricaded a door.
Police say another person whom they are not identifying was also inside the home but was able to escape. The woman, they say, was not the intended target.
This appeared to be some sort of ongoing dispute between the suspect and possibly another party who was at this house, but it's a tragedy nonetheless.
The homicide comes after the city reached a grim record in 2015. Police say Floyd is known to law enforcement in East Baltimore. And now, on the first day of this year, Commissioner Davis promises a strong beginning.
Alan Lorenzo Floyd is a ruthless, heartless killer, and he needs to be behind bars, and that needs to happen now.
Yeah, no more violence. Let me repeat, my beef come with 2 sides and a receipt. I have a positive agenda. No more time for practicing to be a repeat offender. My BG&E is my heat. I avoid altercations with my brain and my feet. No running, just a simple step, and I still have an untouched rep. Fun should be in your life more. Treat your entertainment like Uno and draw 4. That is 4 times more fun instead of being miserable with none. My ignorance tank is on empty, so don't spend time trying to play foolish and tempt me. I don't have time to be held back. My watch not only tells time, it tells me you don't have no time for that. I'm about accomplishing and banking a lot of bread. Not trying to be successful only after I'm dead. I want to smell my flowers while I'm alive. Make dying hard, not trying to survive. I am not fighting over a corner, that name is not mine. If you do, your brain must be on pause, and that's not a good sign. But who am I? Someone who don't need Murray to tell you that wasn't a lie. I am the man in any hood. I am good. It is the best way to be, respected and understood. I got nothing but sense and a lot of heart. Every minute I live, I react smart. It don't have to be the lead, but in my movie, this is my part.
This is a Baltimore challenge. Stop the violence.
Well, it wasn't the start to the day they expected. Dozens of people waiting for the bus and walking near 5200 York Road were confronted by a real bloody crime scene.
Yeah, it had been left there overnight.
This is a Baltimore challenge. Stop the violence.
Top 10 US cities you're most likely to be murdered in. Number 6, Baltimore, Maryland. If you're a long-distance Baltimore Ravens fan, you might want to reconsider that pilgrimage to M&T Bank Stadium.
And new tonight, the violent streak continues this weekend in West Baltimore. A man is now in critical condition after being shot on North Hilton Street. And Baltimore police are also investigating the city's 4th homicide in 24 hours, around 1:30 this afternoon.
This is a Baltimore challenge. Stop the violence.
Investigators say 59-year-old Alan Floyd drenched the house in some sort of accelerant, set it on fire, then blocked the door so 2 people were trapped inside.
This is a Baltimore challenge. Stop the violence. This is a Baltimore challenge. Stop the violence.